Queen Anne had written for her by Ben Jonson, which is where she clearly states that the Egyptians were black, then read that, because actually there was so much information in there, just in general. And so I read this passage where Queen Anna is trying to locate this throne that she so desperately seeks. So as you can see at the top of the page, she says that Ethiops were fair, which means beautiful, all over the globe. But their complexions have changed because she came and started to make everybody look like her. And she says that their land must forthwith seek his termination of the Greek, sounds like Tarnia. And then she says, in search of this have we 3 princedoms passed that speak out Tarnia in their accents last, Black Mauritania first, and secondly Swarth Lusitania. Next we did descry rich Aquitania, and yet cannot find the place unto these longing nymphs designed. Instructs and aid me, great Oceanus, which is the Atlantic. What land is this now appears to us? This land that lifts into temperate air, his snowy cliff is Albion the fair, so called of Neptune's son, who ruleth here, for whose dear God myself 4,000 years. Here's the thing. What she says is she mentions the N-word, the Nigers, but what she says about them is sound aloud, the welcome of the Orient flood into the west, fair Niger, son to the great Oceanus, now honoured thus with all this beauteous race, who though but black in face, yet are they bright and full of life and light, to prove that beauty best, which not the colour, but the feature assures unto the creature. Remember, this is a play, and she does say that they put their hair up like pyramids. So if you have not noticed yet, she is looking for Ethiopians in Britain, and she speaks of already crossing the shores from Europe. These people are Afro-Asiatics, pre-Arab, scattered. There is Egypt, modern day, and ancient Egypt. When you hear Northern Africa, it doesn't necessarily mean that the people are from there. They could have been from England, they could have been from Europe.
Italy, then the entire Mediterranean basin.
And now she taunts as she arrives to her destination. Call forth thy honoured daughters, then, and let them fall the Briton men. Indent the land, and those pure traces they flow within their native graces. Invite them boldly to the shore, their beauty shall be scorched no more. It then says she proceeds to get to the shore and she is victory dancing. It reads, here the Tritons sounded and they danced on the shore, every couple as they advance, severally presenting their fans, and here pay attention, in one of which were inscribed their mixed names, in the other a mute hieroglyphic expressing their mixed qualities. Which manner of symbol I rather chose than impress, as well for strangeness as relishing of antiquity, and more applying to that original doctrine of sculpture which the Egyptians are said first to have brought from the Ethiopians. It reads at the footnotes, the women advanced in pairs, holding fast the audience. On one appeared both names, on the other an allegorical symbol of their conjoined qualities. So now, do you understand this?
By connecting 22 dots, the true Hebrew and Royal Egyptian identity of Queen Elizabeth II comes into focus. Number 1, what is the stone of Jacob, a Hebrew patriarch, doing beneath the Queen's throne chair? Number 2, why was the Queen crowned at her coronation ceremony on top of a symbolic Egyptian step pyramid? The monarch's crown has 12 stones at the base, each representing the 12 Hebrew tribes. The 12 stones of the 12 tribes were also worn on the breastplate of Hebrew high priests in Canaan. Number 4, the Union Jack represents the reunion of the United Kingdom of the 12 tribes of Jacob.
Dearest Queen Anne, who we've just read about, or her husband King James, who was Yaqub. If you are a descendant, then you are a Hebrew Israelite.
Or Jack-Ub. The Union Jack is red, white, and blue, the same colors as the 3 crowns of Egypt.